Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This video has been sitting in my gallery for too long, so I decided to make this video and take you along with me to my visit to Tequila, a city in Mexico where the tequila drink you usually buy at the bar and clubs are produced. This city is called Tequila and it's a highly touristic place in Mexico where tourists go there just to enter these buses that is shaped like a barrel of wine and test the tequila drink and also see the process tequila is made. I was opportune to volunteer as a cultural exchange teacher in Mexico, so I followed my students to all the tours and visited the nooks and crannies of Mexico for the 5 months I lived in Mexico. This is the city of Tequila. Welcome and come with me. This city has lots of museums because it's a touristic place, and of course you want to know what you are visiting. So the first place we were taken to is a museum that was named after the farmer that founded the city of Tequila. One of the things that is very striking about Mexico is their arts. You always see their street design with either balloons or umbrellas like this, and or paintings on the street depicting stories of that city. This is a museum where the farmer that named Tequila was named after, and there are crows molded to show that he was in the farm, and crows were always coming to eat up the tequila. This is just like a little story. Crows everywhere. It was a little bit scary, but I had to, use a translator and understand what they were saying. These are my students. We had to sit down throughout the explanation, and this is the museum, and this is moldings or sculpture of the guy and his story through how he founded the city. And these are cactus. In Mexico, cactus are eaten, and Mexico, I think the popular plant in Mexico is cactus because it bears something to their history. This is all the produced tequila, and they are very expensive, by the way. The cheapest one you get is like $15. That's the cheapest tequila you get. Some go for as much as $1,000. They are a little bit expensive, and all these are organic because we were taken to the farm actually, which you will see later in the video. These tequilas, the cheapest you get is like $20, $15, like I told you, and the highest you get is like $1,200. They are very expensive, and because this is the city where it is made like organically. So when they make this tequila, they put it in their kind of showroom and sell souvenirs along with it, which I love. After visiting the wine storage, we went through some kind of opening, like it's a city, right? And I was on tour with my students. Were like 700 of us, so we had to go to different places. I bought ice cream, and the ice cream is a little bit funny. This is also part of the city, and these are the buses that looks like a barrel of wine, which was kind of funny to me because I have never seen a vehicle shaped like a barrel of wine. And tourists were inside, they were playing music very loud, and everybody was shouting with their tequila in their hand. Like, it is so hobbly bubbly that you will enjoy visiting Tequila in Mexico. I swear, tourists love tequila because they have a chance to drink free alcohol. So, okay, back to my conversation. So this is basically the city, and I submerged myself in the sights, the smell, and everything of the city before we took another like 4 hours bus ride down to the farm where we have the tequila plant. These are the baby shoots of the tequila plants, and this is the farm. Like, some people basically farm this as their source of livelihood. This is the mature tequila plant ready for harvest. So we got here, and one of the farmer had to give us a tour and showed us how it was planted. So a shoot like this is collected, the leaves that are very spiky are cut out, and it is buried on the soil. The bigger mature plant that is ready to produce tequila, the leaves are severed out and cut, and the stump is uprooted from the ground and cut. Okay, so this video has, I have to do a voiceover because they were speaking Spanish. So the stump is uprooted from the ground and like carved. It is carved. Now this is, he is carving this stump now. It is carved and cut into two. We were actually told to pick out of the stump and test to see how it tasted. Now when I tasted it, it tasted like the feeling in my mouth was like sugarcane, like the way sugarcane texture feels, but at the same time it tasted like cabbage. That is how it actually tasted, and that was it. So we all tasted. After then, we took a tour to the factories where those stumps are taken to. So they bring those stumps here, they carve them with machines because they are having bulk production. So one person cannot be using knife to cut. So they use machine to carve those stumps. They pack them like in a pile, put them in an engine that takes them through washing, selection, and actually grinding. So when it grinds, it throws the shaft away. It grinds them somehow and throws the shaft away. They were speaking much Spanish. I wasn't having much data to actually do lots of translation, but that is what is happening. And in this factory, there is a little museum just by the entrance of the factory where they show how Europeans came and lived in the city. Back to our conversation. This is one of the rooms, like the dining rooms of the museum, where people actually ate. So these are the barrels of tequila that was used to design the dining room. Now this is a restaurant where people who have toured tequila usually comes to eat, but I need to emphasize that there are different classes, levels, or brands of tequila that are manufactured from this particular factory. So you might see a tequila of $20, you may see a tequila of $1,200. So different section has different prices and the different grade of the tequila. This is a different store entirely that we have to buy tequila, and these ones were like really expensive. Maybe we're paying for the light and all the AC, but it was really expensive. also given a tour to where this tequila after production are stored, and we were told to test an already produced tequila. So I had to go there to test tequila. I don't drink alcohol, but because of this video and the fact that I am on a tour, I had to test tequila. Oh my god, it doesn't taste good. I have a sweet tooth. Anything that is not sugary, I don't like it. So I tasted it and it tastes like sins and sorrows. So I ran away. This particular area of the factory, the tequila factory, is where tequila are stored and allowed to ferment. The more fermented a tequila is, the more expensive it becomes. So these are areas where they are left to ferment for a very long time. And I think that is basically what wine is. I heard that the more fermented the wine is, the more expensive. Some wines that have been fermenting since like 20-30 years ago is different. So this is the fermentation area, and there are other places where different stages of fermentation are moved out and bottled, then taken to places to sell, like different places, and of course they will be very expensive. This is the engine that kind of grinds it. I don't know, I can't remember. And oh, when that stump is cut out, some are left to dry, and when they dry in the sun, they come out like withered sugarcane and they become brown in color. When you taste them, it tastes like alcoholic syrup. It tastes like alcoholic syrup. It is a little bit sugary, but it tastes like alcoholic syrup. I didn't like the taste because I don't drink alcohol. Anything that has this alcohol taste, I don't like it. So these are my colleagues, and we're all happy that we had a tour to tequila and cancel it or tick it out of our bucket list.
Salud! Tequila!
This is another part of the processing stage where the liquid is like squeezed out of the stem through engines and fermented and go through bottling process and all. So these are the videos I made when I visited Tequila. If you happen to find yourself in Mexico, try to visit Tequila. You will never forget the experience. It is something that you would want to have and keep in your memory for a very long time. See you on my next video. Bye.
Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, tequila!